Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I am going to apologize up front if my energy is a little bit off. It's been a really hectic week and I have got to get out of this funk. I've literally been crying all week and I'm kind of tired of crying, and I hope that I can get through this video without crying, and because yeah, I just need like a pick me up. Okay, it's been a lot. I'm gonna kind of touch on some things that have been going on and the way that I'm feeling, because I feel like this is a good process, just so you guys understand and know that I don't care how much people be posting like everything is okay. Sometimes it ain't, and sometimes people just want you to see the best. Hell, I am super transparent. I let y'all see me at my best, and I let y'all see me when I'm really low. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm gonna start out with the NYX pencil. This is in the shade Espresso. I put down some powder on my brows, just like a little bit, to keep them from looking all, you know, like greasy, because sometimes I get greasy within my brows. So to keep them from looking uber greasy, I just put down some powder, and then I'm just lining or kind of tracing out where I want my brows to be like. Let me just start by saying that this video is in no way, shape, or form asking for any type of sympathy. I really don't like that shit. So I don't need anybody feeling bad for me. This is just a coping mechanism for me. I think because I don't deal with a lot of shit in my life, I feel like this is a way for me to try to heal from some of the shit. I'm using the, I think I might have said Maybelline in the last video. This is not Maybelline, this is CoverGirl, and it's the full spectrum palette. I don't think that they make this anymore, because I did check on Amazon, which is where I got it from, but I got it like a while ago and they probably just stopped carrying it. I don't know. But yeah, it's by CoverGirl, full spectrum palette. NYX also has one, not as many colors, but they definitely have one if you guys are interested in trying it or whatever. So this week has been like kind of difficult for me because I'm in the process of, or at least I was in the process of trying to buy a home, right? And you guys know how the market is. It's insane. And I felt like it would probably be more beneficial for me to buy a home versus renting, because the amount that I was paying in rent, I was gonna have to pay that on a mortgage, right? So why not buy a mortgage where I know I'll get a fixed rate, I know it won't ever change, and I don't have to worry about it going up in 6-7 months. Well, then the issue becomes that you could do that, but you're going to be paying probably 2 to 3 times more than what the house is worth. Not only are you going to be paying 2 to 3 times more than what it's worth, but you now have to incorporate additional expenses that you didn't have in an apartment, like the water bill, and I don't know, if your dishwasher breaks, and I don't know, like doing extra shit, right? So then it's like, yeah, you have a lower mortgage, but then you have more bills on the back end. So then I was like, okay, this is cool. Like, I just kind of want to talk to somebody, not really jump into this shit. Just kind of want to talk to somebody about my options. What I need somebody to do is really break it down for me and be like, look, this is probably not going to be your best choice, or this is going to be your best choice right now, right? This is going to be your best bet. You do it this way, you know, put this amount down, but we can also get you assistance on this hand, right? So that didn't happen, okay? Everybody that I freaking contacted wanted me to immediately fill out an application. Well, let me check your credit. No, because I've worked my ass off to end up in the late 700s with my credit score, okay? So therefore, I'm just not going to let anybody go in and kind of do all these inquiries. I don't give a shit if you're talking about their soft inquiries or not. They caused my credit score to drop. What was supposed to be a simple pre-qualification turned into a whole fucking application. And I'm not even joking, y'all. Literally, she emailed me back and was like, oh, your credit score is where it needs to be for you to buy a house, but we need you to sign this paperwork. So I'm looking at the paperwork, because one thing about me, I don't like signing contracts. I don't like signing contracts for beauty content. I don't like signing contracts for legalities, whatever the case may be. I'm just not a contract person. I have a problem with commitment, right? So I make sure that whatever I'm signing, I read over that shit. So I read over it, and come to find out, it's a whole fucking application for a fucking loan. So she didn't even tell me how much I pre-qualified for, talking about it's a process you got to fill out this paperwork, send it back, and then we could tell you how much you pre-qualify for. No, you should be able to tell me based on my credit score how much, or around about how much I would fucking qualify for. Why do I have to fill out an actual loan? So then I became overwhelmed with that shit, because it's like, I feel like everybody's fucking scammer. I feel like nobody just wants to do their job for the sake of loving their job anymore. Like, everybody wants some type of damn compensation for it, right? And so you got, before I knew it, it went from being one person to now I have 5 different people involved. This is going to be your loan officer. This right here is going to be your realtor. Like, what the fuck? I just said I wanted to know if I pre-qualify. Why I need 5 pay stubs and all this extra. No, what is happening? What is happening? And then I began to get overwhelmed because I don't know. I mean, I've said it here on the channel before, but some of you guys may be new. So I have no contact with my mother. I have no contact with my father. I have no contact with any family at all, right? Which is why I'm very protective of the relationships that I have with my friends, because I do not have family. So I began to think about it that way as well. My therapist says I have PTSD, and you know what? I didn't believe her until recently, and I really do believe that I have PTSD. That I don't have any guidance. I don't have anybody to tell me what is the right process and what's not the right process. I don't have anybody to kind of show me the way. Anything and everything that I do is kind of like my way, right? And so that becomes very overwhelming for me. I'm gonna try again to use this Juvia's Place Rebel Honey palette. I normally use this as my blush. I'm gonna try to use it as eyeshadow today. I don't know. I'm starting to feel better. 2015, I was homeless. I had to sleep in a car for a whole week with my kids. I slept right outside of Kroger, and to this day it is so hard for me to even go past that fucking Kroger because I know where I came from, right? So then from sleeping in my car, I went to living in the budget suites, right? And we made it out of that, and we got an apartment, and I never looked back, right? And that was, I think I got my first, I think I probably was homeless for maybe like 6 months. Yeah, 6 months in order for me to save enough money to buy an apartment, right? Get the money for an apartment and find somebody to work with me. First apartment wasn't shit, okay? Wasn't shit. But anyway, because I lack the guidance of my parents, sometimes it puts me in a very difficult spot, because it's kind of like I'm just out here. And the way that I cope with shit by just not dealing with it. Like, I put it inside of a box and I'd be like, well, go away. You know, like, it's just not here. It just does not exist. That's the way I cope with shit. So when people be looking at me, be like, oh my gosh, Ari, you've been through so much. You're so strong. No, the fuck I'm not. I just don't deal with shit. Because I know that if I deal with it and I begin to get into my head and be left alone with my thoughts, oh, we're going to end up however you've been ending up this fucking week, right? It's going to be a lot. I'm going to take some dark brown just to deepen up my edge just like a little bit. I feel like I don't have anybody in my corner to really tell me if the decisions I am making are correct, or at least give me a little bit of guidance. Yes, I have friends who have homes, but they have homes with, you know, their husbands and stuff like that. So $500,000 on a house it ain't bad to them, because you have a partner to kind of support you, right? And it's like, I don't have that. And I don't care who the hell I'm with, I'm always going to feel like I'm by myself. That's just how it is. Because I've learned that depending on other people, you wind up hurt. You wind up fucking hurt, and you wind up disappointed. So at the end of the day, I just depend on myself. But I had a very, I don't know, it just kind of hit me hard, because it was like, damn, I really don't have anybody out here to really show me the way. And if this shit don't work, it falls on me. And that's a lot of fucking pressure. It's a lot of pressure. And people be like, you're so strong, you're so strong. It's a lot of fucking pressure, and that's a lot of weight to carry, to know that if this shit fall through today, it's going to be on me. And I know you're not supposed to question God, but sometimes I do. Sometimes I wonder and be like, damn, why me? Why was I dealt this hand of having to figure it out by myself? I always pulled through, and I'm always going to pull through. But it's like, shit, I don't have a moment to be weak. I literally was on the phone with my ex, and I don't think people really understand what the fuck I be talking about unless you in my shoes, right? And so I feel like if you don't understand, the best thing that you can do is just hear me vent. I don't feel like in any situation, anybody should say, the worst thing I feel like you could ever say to somebody who is depressed and really going through it is telling them to be strong. Because it's like, bro, I've been strong. I've been fucking strong. I'm tired of being strong. When somebody gonna be strong for me? When am I ever going to have a moment to just fully, like, I'm about to get emotional now. Fuck. See, that's why I can't do this shit, because I don't want to get emotional fucking my makeup, so let me focus. But when am I ever going to have a moment where I'm allowed to fucking break? I can't break. Even when I was talking to him, he was like, you know, you're so strong. You're going to figure it out. It's going to be all right. I mean, you always push through. Again, when am I going to have a moment to be weak? When somebody going to be strong for me? When somebody going to help me figure this shit out? Why I always got to do this shit by myself? And that's where it began, in that fucking moment. It began like a couple days prior with the whole leasing thing, because I was like, what the fuck I'm supposed to do? The fuck am I supposed to do? I'm a single mother. They dad don't help with a goddamn thing. And motherfucker don't pay bills. I was just looking online today. Nigga owe me $30,000. And it's monthly fucking payments is $140 monthly. They don't even cover their fucking insurance, bro. Alright, I'm gonna take the gold that's in that same palette, the Rebel Honey palette. So this little gold right here, I'm gonna take that and I'm just gonna apply this to the lid. Hopefully it looks okay, because I don't feel like cutting my crease today, because again, I feel like as soon as I get off camera, I'm probably gonna break down again. Why do I always have to be strong in these situations? Why do I always have to come up with a plan? God damn, I feel like I should have been given some type of guidance or a plan when my parents had me, and both of them motherfuckers is fucked up. So for me to be in this situation, it's hard. It's hard. And I remember my mom fucking telling me at probably, I had to be maybe 14, but for her to tell me that she went to the abortion clinic and because my father didn't show up, she didn't go through it. That's something that you should never fucking tell your kid, that you didn't want them. Even if that's how you felt. You told me that you didn't want me, and the only reason I was fucking here is because my father didn't show up. The nigga not here now. So for me to go through the world and always feel lonely, this shit is fucking hard. It is hard. It is a tough burden to carry, and I'm tired. I'm fucking tired. I'm using my Nars Primer. I'm trying not to be emotional, because, yeah, like, we're not about to do that today. But, yeah, it's hard as hell. It's hard as hell not having emotional love, not having somebody there physically, and then you have to figure it out for your children because you don't want them to go through that. And it's hard. And I don't think nobody really understands that. And even like my ex, when talking to him, you know, he's like, I don't have anybody either. No, you do have people. You know who your family is. You could pick up the phone today and call your mom. You could pick up the phone today and call your dad. You can pick up the phone today and call your aunts. I don't have that luxury, and I don't think people really understand how much of a fucking luxury that is. For some shit to go wrong in my life today, I don't have nobody to call. I literally don't have anybody in my phone that I could say, you know what, I know they would be here for me 100%. And to me, it's really fucked up, because every time somebody need me, I'm there. And this is why I'm having such a hard time, because I'm trying to plan my 30th birthday party. And a lot of people I'm not fucking with, because I feel like in any type of situation, anybody call me. Anybody fucking calls me, bro. So much shit I do behind the scenes that I don't tell motherfuckers. Anybody calls me and says, Ari, I need such and such, or Ari, I need you to be there for me, and I'm going to drop everything, and I'm going to come there, and I'm going to be there for you. But then the moment Ari needs something, I don't get it. Motherfuckers don't pick up the phone and ask me if I'm okay. At the very fucking least, I know motherfuckers be going through shit, and I pick up the phone. Even though I'm fucking struggling internally, I pick up the phone, and I still check on my fucking friends. And to not have nobody even pick up the phone and be like, Ari, you good? That shit fucking hurts, and having to deal with that, it's a lot. It's a lot. I'm using the Juvia's Place Angola foundation, and I'm just gonna apply a little bit. But then it comes down to when I do branch out and I tell people like, hey, I'm feeling like this, or hey, I'm really fucking struggling emotionally, you get motherfuckers that be like, be strong. As if I haven't been fucking strong this whole fucking time. Be strong. Be strong. I'm fucking tired of being fucking strong. I just need to emotionally break. And I think emotionally, my body knows that I'm fucking tired of being strong, because I've never cried back to back to back to back like this, like all week. I've done nothing but fucking cry from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed. I'm answering emails like in between tears. You know, like I'm really fucking going through it to the point where I had an anxiety attack on Monday when the first started happening. I had a fucking anxiety attack, and do you know that it was to the point where I'm sitting there like my heart is hurting. Like I feel my heart hurting. People be like, you can't feel that. I felt that. I felt my heart hurting, and the only thing I could think about is I can't even fucking go to the hospital because who the fuck gonna watch my kids? And that's why I kept telling myself, you don't have time to be sick. You do not have time to go through this shit because ain't nobody gonna be there for your kids if something fucking happened to you. That is my only wish in life. My only wish, if I could have anything, if God could grant me anything, it would be that, to allow me to make it to my kids' 21st birthday. If I could make it to their 21st birthday, I feel like I could have a plan for them. I could show them the way. This is how you live life. So that way, after I'm gone, you ain't never gotta want for nothing. You ain't never gotta feel alone. You ain't never gotta feel like you don't have guidance the way that I feel like I don't. Every decision in my life I question, especially when it comes to major decisions. This is the shade Ebony Brown by Black Opal. I'm gonna use this to contour my skin. But yeah, like I have a debilitating fear of being homeless again, especially now with my kids being older, that they'll be able to remember. Every move I make in my life is very calculated because I don't know what's next. I'm like, whatever fucking happens, I cannot end up homeless again. And I know, and you know what's so fucking crazy is that my fear and my anxiety is so bad is that I know I have money in the bank. I know that money is there, but I get to turn on my wheels and I get to incorporate in shit that I didn't have before because I know at any fucking moment all of this shit can be taken from me. And then where do you go from there? That's the fucking thing that I have on my mind every single day. Where do you go from there? Something happens. Where do you go from there? I remember what it felt like to be like, damn, I just need $50, you know? Or damn, I just need $20 to make sure we eat tonight. And so therefore, whenever I have something that is more than that, I'll be like, I'm not fucking touching it because I remember what that fucking felt like. Again, I got PTSD like a motherfucker. I am fucked up emotionally, and I'm not afraid to say that. I am really fucked up emotionally. I put on a good front, you know, because that's just what I gotta do, and I can't stop living my life because something traumatic happened to me. Something traumatic has been happening to me all my motherfucking life. And I've had to persevere through it. My thing and my issue is, why am I, as the strong one out the friend group, or as the strong one that you know, why am I not allowed to have a weak fucking moment? Sometimes I just need to fucking cry. And sometimes I don't need you to tell me to be strong. Sometimes I need you to allow me to have that moment. Alright, this is the Nars Walnut I'm going to go in and highlight with. But then I start to get frustrated because I feel like the system, honestly, I feel like the system is not made for middle class. Like, I just don't. And it all depends on what you define as middle class as well. But I don't feel like it was made for us at all. I feel like it was designed to always keep us broke. So I'm gonna tell y'all something. So I was getting food stamps and I was probably making like $12 an hour back in the day, right? Like $12 an hour, my rent was probably like $1,100, right? I'm struggling to pay rent, light bill, everything on $12 an hour. Y'all only giving me $100 in food stamps. You know, I got a raise to $12.50 an hour and these motherfuckers cut me off. The food stamps told me I made too much. I made too much for what? So I was like, what you want me to do? Be poor? I'm not understanding. I'm already fucking struggling. And all I got was a 50-cent raise. And you mean tell me now I don't qualify anymore? I don't qualify for anything? It used to piss me off so bad. And it made me upset because I never wanted to be just a statistic. I didn't want to be that, you know. I knew people at the same job who didn't want to move up to $12 an hour because they want to fuck up their Section 8, so they would rather struggle and have the $9 an hour and still be on government assistance. I was like, damn, a bitch is really out here trying to do better with her life, you know. I'm trying to make it out for me and my kids so I don't always have to be on government assistance, and you mean to tell me I don't qualify because I got a 50-cent raise? Then I feel like, okay, I was like, all right, bet, I'm not gonna let you stop me. I'm gonna persevere through, as I always fucking do, right? Because as they say, I got the lion within me, and I'm gonna make some shit happen, right? So I'm gonna make it through, right? I'm gonna say, fuck that. You said I couldn't do this, so that means I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna get a better job, right? And I'm still fucking struggling, and I'm still broke, and I'm still trying to figure out how to do it paycheck to paycheck, right? So then I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna get me a better job. So now I'm really considered fucking middle class, right? We out here balling, right? It's 2022. I didn't made me a nice little come up, right? I'm good now, right? Fucking wrong. Because now if you want to move, now you gotta make 4 times the fucking rent in order for you to get the fucking apartment. What in the entire fuck? The math is not mathing. So then you like, okay, I gotta make 4 times the rent. I don't make 4 times the rent. So at this point, I should qualify for some type of housing, right? Wrong, because you make too fucking much for housing. So it's like, well, what the fuck do you want me to do? Okay, I don't qualify for no housing assistance because I make too much, but then I make too little to fucking get an apartment. I'm so freaking frustrated with the world we live in. My ass is about to pack up and go somewhere else where it's fucking cheaper. I don't know where, but I'm gonna figure it out. And the price of inflation, the price of fucking inflation. So it's kind of like, okay, you want an apartment where you make 3 or 4 times the rent, then that means you gotta be over here in the fucking hood. It's not safe for you. This is where you gotta be. You gotta be over here in the hood because that's the only place that you actually make 2-3 times the rent. The system is fucking broken. And it irritates the shit out of me when people, you know, be on Section 8 for 30, 40 years. Don't ever want to make, like I said, don't want to make more than $9 an hour because you don't want your Section 8 to get cut off. But then as I sit here now in my shoes that I'm in now, I start thinking about this shit and I be like, this shit was really very fucking smart. Very fucking smart because look at me. I think I got a pretty nice salary. I've been told I have a pretty nice salary and it still ain't enough. All right, I'm going in with the almond from Beauty Bakery and I'm going to set my under eyes really good with it. Oh, probably grabbed a little too much. I don't know. But yeah, that's what my funk has been about this week. It's been very tough on me because I really don't know what to do. I am stuck a rock and a hard place. Of course I'm gonna fucking figure it out, but it's like, when is enough going to be enough? When am I going to be able to really take my foot off of the gas and just kind of chill a little bit and enjoy the fruits of my labor? Bitch, you can't, because the fruits of your labor are never gonna be fucking enough. All right, I'm gonna be using the 480 by Fenty to go in and contour, or just kind of set my contour because we already contoured. Just want to set it in place. But I've always been told, don't be a victim of your circumstances, and I've always lived by that, not trying to be a victim of my damn circumstances. But let me tell you something, it's hard, and I'm tired of jumping through hurdles to try to make shit fucking work, you know? Like, it's getting very difficult for me. All right, I'm gonna use my Juvia's Place bronze palette to go in and bronze my cheekbones, add a little bit more color into this thing. All right, I'm gonna take my Laura Mercier setting powder in the shade Honey, I think. I can't remember because I don't be using it as often, but I want to say it's in the shade Honey. I'm being very generous with this because I want an extreme bright highlight today. Again, I apologize if my energy is off. I'm so sorry, y'all. I really just tried to explain myself why it's a little bit off, and it's very difficult. So again, I do apologize if the energy is off. I'm sorry, I'm just going through it. All right, so I applied my lashes, and now it's just time to blend out this setting powder that I have under there. We're gonna move on to our lips, and then this look will be done. If you guys made it here and I didn't really scare you guys off or spook you off, then make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. All right, I'm gonna use, of course, my Sephora molasses pencil to line my lip. I hope that this video really showed you guys that it is okay to not be okay. You know, that's perfectly fine. You just can't stay that way, which is why my ass is up and trying to not stay that way. But it's totally fine if you are not okay. All right, I'm gonna go in with my Nude Embrace. I don't know where my Nude Lust is, but I would love to know. I don't know why, but I kind of want to add like some molds to my face because I feel like this look will go great with some molds. But I don't know. This right here is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sun Escape. I don't even know if they still make this, y'all, because I got this a while ago. So hopefully they still make it. Oh my goodness. So I've been telling y'all in the last video, whenever this just kind of gets a little bit too muddy or too dark for me, I go in with the shade Brightener. Just a little bit here in the center. Just to bring back some color. Alright guys, so here we are. This is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. My dress that I am wearing is kind of similar to that viral Target dress that they had, but I got mine at Walmart for $8. I didn't want to go and get the Target one because I'm like, everybody had it. But this one for $8, it's cute and it's giving very much body yada yada, okay? So yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to also let you guys know once again, I did not make this video to garner any type of sympathy and oh my gosh, I feel bad for you. Anything like that. No, it was simply just a transparency and a coping mechanism moment for me to just really show you guys what I go through on a daily basis. I mean, every day is not peaches and cream, although I wish it would be peaches and cream. I don't really like peaches and cream. Maybe we could do like butter pecan. Every day is not butter pecan. There you go, bam. But anyway, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, because we have more videos on the way. I'm going to try to start uploading. I already upload like once a week, but you know, trying to make some more content. But anyway, I gotta go because I'm taking myself out to lunch because I can't be looking this good and not go nowhere and be crying and shit. I look too good. See, that was the whole point of me getting ready. See, there's a method to my madness. I wanted to get ready so that way, look, girl, you cannot be crying off expensive concealer and setting powders. It's just not gonna work. But anyway, subscribe. I love you guys and I'll see you guys next time.